Hi everyone, this is my Transformers collection. Basically, I'm in the process of moving, and so I figured that it'd be the best time to actually get them all out to display, to make this video, and before I pretty much box them all back up before I move to my new house. So anyways, what you see in front of you is my G1 and G2 collection. A lot of these I actually had as a kid, and pretty much over the years I kind of picked some more of them up, and but basically really didn't get back into collecting them until after the movies came back out. Once the live action movies came out, it kind of revitalized, wanting to get back into it. Now all these of course are loose, and there are parts missing from some of these, so no, this is not a complete collection, but I figured through time I'll eventually get all the little pieces and guns and accessories to every one. A lot of combiners in here. Some of these actually, like the Green Devastator and the Generation 1 Superion, actually those are complete. But anyways, this is basically like my G1, G2 collection that I've been going after. But what started to get me revitalized was when the movie came out. And this is my 2007 movie collection. All these, of course, are mint, sealed in a box, never been opened. I do not play with my Transformers. I just collect them as a possible future investment. What you see is pretty much probably a 99% complete collection. All the leader classes are here. All the Voyager classes are here. A lot of your store exclusives, like your Best Buys, your Costco's, your Walmarts, your Toys R Us, your Targets. Pretty complete. Pretty much all the deluxe classes are there, including some of, like I said, the Walmart ones. All your Scout classes are there. And a lot of your real gear is there also. Pretty much all of the robot replicas are here. So this is basically my 2007 movie collection. Now when they're talking by that they were actually going to do a second movie, of course, I got excited. And since the first one took me a little bit longer to get, by the time the second movie had came out, I was still collecting the first one. Some of my rare ones, of course, are like the Black Incinerator. And, of course, I do have an actual battle-damaged RC in that group over there. So when the second movie came out, pretty much ran out there and started picking those up as soon as they were hitting the shelves. Now, this one isn't quite as complete, but it is relatively. Of course, as you can tell, I'm missing the big Devastator and one or two of the actual Human Alliances. There were two of them that were a little bit harder to get a hold of, one being Mudflap, and the other one being, I can't remember the other one. But anyways, like I said, there's your Black Megatron. He was kind of a tough one to get. A lot of store exclusives again, a lot of your Voyager classes. That's pretty much a deluxe class completed kit right there. A lot of your Scout classes, which I eventually picked those up too. A couple of your Walmarts here, and some of the actual robot replicas. Still have a couple more of those I need to pick up. I do have actually two Superions and one Bruticus. Those are kind of tough ones to get a hold of. Seems like those increased in value just about as much as that Devastator did. I remember them being on the shelves for $30. Now you'll pay over $100 for them each. So after the second movie came out, of course the third one followed right behind it. This is basically a completed third movie. There is, as far as I know, I have every one of them that came out for this movie. They didn't seem to produce as many toys for the third movie as they did the first and the second. So this was an easier collection to pick up. It brought back Shockwave and Centennial Prime. There's the big Optimus Prime. Of course, I picked that one up immediately, so I didn't want to miss out like I did on the Devastator. All your Voyager classes, all your Human Alliances. I think the only one in Human Alliance I'm missing is, of course, Soundwave. But of course, as you can see, all the small Human Alliances are there. A lot of your Toys R Us's are there. Actually, some of the actual Takara ones are there, like an Air Raid version in Japan. And a Vortex. But anyways, that's a pretty much complete collection, I think, pretty much besides Soundwave. Now, in between the second movie and the third movie, they came out with a line called The Reveal the Shield and The Hunt for the Decepticons. This is pretty much a completed collection, because there's really not much left that you can get. These are all the Scouts. That's basically all your Voyager classes, or deluxe classes. This is all basically your Voyager collection. And a lot of your exclusives that had 2 or 3 of them in the same one. Didn't really have a lot of Human Alliances in this one, and only basically had 2 of the leader classes. You had Optimus and Starscream, and of course your big Bumblebee. Now beside that is my completed Takara collection. That is an actually completed collection. Those are all mint sealed in a box too, so this one is relatively expensive. On top of those are my Pride and Joys. These are the Starscreams. You have Death of Starscream, Ghost of Starscream, and the Toshiba Starscream that came out with the first movie. Now the Toshiba one is a pain because, first off, you can only get this one if you lived in Japan. You can only get it if you bought the 60-inch LED TV. So this one was a little bit harder to get a hold of. Last on the list of my collection is relatively small. Really haven't got back into it yet. There's a couple generations in here and a couple of the Fall of Cybertron ones. Really haven't got back into it yet. Like I said, all these are mint sealed in a box except for my loose ones. All these are getting ready to go back into boxes for the move. I wanted to take this opportunity since they're out and actually showcase what I have to be part of the community of everybody showing off their collections. Somebody asked me, how much money do you have in that? Well, for my own safety, I'm not going to tell you. But if you're smart, you can figure out how much money I probably have in this. There are 530 figures in this room. So, simple math, you can figure out I got a lot of money in all this. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my collection. Like it, make a comment, call me a dork, I don't care. I'm a big boy, it's what I like, we all have the quirky side, and this is what I do. The good thing to remember is, I don't play with these. I get them out, I clean them up, and I put them right back in a Ziploc bag, and I probably won't see these for a couple years. Thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed the video.